131873 if you have a tech question for Geoff Quatramanni. Geoff, this conversation you're about to have will be really interesting because we talk about technology as being exciting when it's complicated, innovative, but sometimes you just want it to be really simple.
Exactly. And I think some of the best technology is simple. And to be honest, if you're somebody who is shopping for a phone for somebody who's elderly or isn't very tech savvy, then I think this one is worth listening to. Now, Dimitri Levin is the co-founder and director at KISA. Now, Dimitri, thank you for joining the show. You launched KISA and later appeared on Shark Tank, but fast forward many years, you're an Australian company serving needs that other smartphone brands seem to ignore. Tell us a little bit about KISA.
Good morning, Geoff. Yes, thanks for having me over. The idea behind it was to help people who are unable to use modern smartphones. So something that doesn't have a screen and doesn't have a keypad, and anyone, doesn't matter how technology savvy they are, should be able to use it. So in order to do that, we made KISA phone. KISA stands for Keep It Simple Always, and that's the motto that we stuck by. In order to use the phone, it's as simple as pick it up and press one button. And the way we achieved it is each one is made to order.
So every phone being made to order, there's no screen on the device. You can just use a button to call somebody. Obviously, this will serve a whole different range of people. But what is the process for arranging something like this? Because if you're making them to order, how do people tell you what kind of buttons it needs and what kind of design it needs?
So the best way of doing it is visiting our website. And if you're unsure, just contact us. So our fantastic team is helping everyone who needs a bit of guidance. So the clear limitation is this maximum of 10 contacts you can have on it because there are 10 mechanical buttons. We can merge them and you can have anything between 1 and 10. But when you order it, you can have photos on it on each separate button. So if the person's unable to read, they'll be able to see the image and they can recognize who they're going to call. Or we can actually make it in Braille as well. So if someone unable to read regular text and they can read Braille, they'll be able to achieve it if they got poor eyesight.
So having the ability to sort of push a button based on a picture or Braille or even just a name is extremely handy. But sometimes with the elderly, you're simply looking to know their whereabouts or to remind them about their medication or something like that. Can KISA help with that sort of ability also?
Yes, we actually made a couple of different services that help elderly. So each KISA phone can be turned into a GPS tracker as well. And unlike your GPS navigation in your car, this one works a bit different. So the KISA phone itself will report locations constantly to our secure servers. And the only people that have access to this information are the ones with login details. So imagine you have an elderly member in your family and they go for a walk in the park somewhere. If they sit down and are not feeling too well, they'll give you a call and they'll say, can you please come and help me? The first question you're going to ask is, where are you?
Yeah. And
if they're not feeling well and they can't figure out where they are, it's probably one of the scariest moments because you have to go around trying to find them. With using KISA phone, you know exactly where they are because you log into your My KISA app or My KISA portal, and you'll be able to pinpoint exactly where the device is, and you can go straight to them. But we've made a couple more services on top of it. So one of the services is called KISA Shield. It's ability to block unwanted phone calls. So really, during the lockdowns, during COVID, a lot of people got scammed with phone calls because relatives were unable to visit them and to make sure that nothing dodgy is happening. So people getting scammed. We built a system where you can block unwanted phone calls. You can specify numbers that can call through and everyone else will be blocked. And the coolest service by far that we have is reminders. You can build a service where you type in the text and say you have John and you want to remind John to take medication in the morning, Monday, 9 a.m. You can type in the text, good morning, John. Please don't forget to take your Monday morning medication. It's in your kitchen garden. Please have a lovely day. We take this text and turn it into automated call that comes in to KISA phone at predetermined time. And you can set up to 5 reminders per day or up to 10 reminders per day to really help people to make sure they take medication, they drink on time, they have food on time, I don't know, feed the cat maybe.
Yeah. And this is fascinating because you've got a number of services sort of layered on top of this very simple looking device, but you've also got NDIS support. So I'm guessing in some ways, if somebody is listening and thinking about, well, how much is this going to cost me? Can you talk us through how that does work, whether it's through the NDIS or separately?
So we've been approved under NDIS since 2014, since Julia Gillard created the service. The way we work with NDIS participants is there's three types of funding. If they are self-managed, they acquire it through us. We issue the invoice and they get reimbursed. If they're agency managed, we log into the provider access portal and we assist them with it directly. And if they are plan managed, we work with a plan manager. So the whole service can be done very straightforward. You go to our website, go to NDIS page, you place the order. There's no payment up front. We work with the participant or with the support coordinators, plan managers, speech pathologists, occupational therapists, whoever's helping the NDIS participant, we work with them through it. There's also another type that we launched recently is for organizations, because there are a number of different organizations that are helping not people with disabilities, but someone who's 65 and over. And we work with those organizations, again, recognizing that there are different types of funding that they get through assistance through government. And that's where we work. You can place the order directly as an organization, and we work through the funding with them as well. And the third and the simplest way is as a regular individual placing an order. Let's say, Geoff, you wanted to order it for your mom or for grandma or someone else, one of the relatives. You can visit our website and place the order directly as an individual. There are a number of things you can choose from it, and there are a number of different payment methods that we accept.
Fantastic. And I've actually gone through the process of customizing a device on your website, and it is actually quite a fun thing to do, to add the pictures and the text and get your custom phone ready to order. But Dimitri, thank you so much for sharing this with our listeners today, and have an amazing week.
Thank you, Geoff.
Good on you, Geoff. That was a great chat. Simple and helpful tech. Let's away to a break.
Absolutely.